In this report, the reader will see the four-step dimensional design process and how it works, how basic fact tables are created, and what questions to ask to establish the facts. OLAP cubes, learn how it operates in the online system. Lastly, compare the snowflake and the star schemas, seeing how they are the same and how they differ. The four-step dimensional design process. The first is business process. To help get this information, you should ask questions like, what is the company? In this case, the company is Young Universities, where technology and arts meet. Fictional company. Also, what point is this process focusing on? In this case, it is free online education. What are the business's needs of this company? For this example, it is education distribution. What are we trying to determine? This circumstance is to determine if it is financially possible. Next step was declaring the grain. This is a binding contract that establishes the intentions of the design. Usually, the grain is displayed in a row table. This declaration is a single fact. The grain sets the tone for the next steps in the process. Examples of grain in education are price, device, student body count, department. The next step, identifying the dimensions. Here, Kimball's process is applied. The user is looking for the who, what, where, when, and why. Descriptive information that helps break down the information. There can be more than one dimension. Examples of this: price. Price, cost per student. Or device. Device, laptop or smart tablet. Student body count. Department, non-art or art. Lastly, identify the facts. The results are measured in this step. These facts must be consistent with the grain. Example of this: price, cost, student body, amount. Basic fact tables consist of facts measured by numbers. For example, to create a basic fact table, first the user must establish the grain. For example, Young Universities must order laptops for the entire student body, but the art department also needs smart touchscreen tablets. We need to establish measurable topics and the corresponding number. For example, price for each laptop, $1,600. Price for each touchscreen tablet, $600. Amount of art students, 400. Entire student body, 2,500. This basic fact table is demonstrated by listing only the information needed to complete the fact table. OLAP, Online Analytic Processing Cubes. Online analytical processing has no limitations. It takes overwhelming data and slices it into manageable portions the user can work with, making sure to give the best results from the many topics that it might hold by providing better searchable results. This method is great for search engines because it has the power of online and the speed of the user's internet service. This cube can be found anywhere where there is vast amount of data accessed. Dimensions are the areas that branch off from the grain, and there are no limitations on how far the information can go. Information that supports the process. For example, young universities should look for price, cost per student, device, laptop or smart tablet, student body, amount, department, non-art or art. Comparing snowflake and star schemas. First, both the star and the snowflake start off with a fact and one layer of dimensions. Where they differ is the snowflake, like the real snowflake, has other layers of dimensions. Also, the star may have repetitions, unlike the snowflake that has more data to pick from, so less chance of any repeating. For example, price, key, price. In this report, the reader saw the 4-step dimensional design process, finding the business process, selecting a grain, finding dimensions, and establishing the facts. How basic fact tables are created using measurable grain to establish the facts. The limitless operations of the OLAP cubes and how it works with online systems. Lastly, comparing the snowflake and the star schema, seeing how they are the same. They both start off with one dimension and how they differ. The snowflake can add more dimensions, and the star has repetitions, unlike the snowflake. This report should help readers establish better understanding.